welcome to the Red Dirt Road podcast. I'm your host, Marshall Farnsworth, here with Alex Breitenbach and Milan Dunn.
What's up, y'all? Good to be here.
Good to be here as well.
We got Ronnie Dunn's September 1984 single, Jessie. It was his last single of the 80s, I believe. He had a string of singles released on vinyl. It was written by Ronnie Dunn himself off the record label Churchill Records. Mm-hmm. You know, not a lot of information found on this song. It still, I think, is pretty good. Maybe not the greatest recording, but I think it's a pretty good listen. One of my other notes I had was that Ronnie Dunn, of course, has a son named Jessie, but you know, you listen to the song, it's about a woman, and it's Jessie spelled with an I, whereas his son is no I in his name.
Can I say something that I learned today when I was doing some research on the song?
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
This may or may not be related to the song at all, but it's weird that one of his ex-girlfriend's name was Jenny. And maybe the song was about her, but he didn't want to use her real name, so he used Jessie instead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a very interesting concept you bring up there. I mean, overall, just listening to the song, yeah, it does seem sort of like that kind of upbeat, make you want to dance, sort of get up on stage, get that little boot scoot and boogie, for lack of a better word. But it's kind of like that, like, you know, sort of sad, upbeat song, though. That's like kind of one of the coolest things about country music. They write really, really sad content, but at the same time, still really, really like feel good, like make you want to dance sort of music. And I think this is a great example of that, especially Ronnie Dunn's early work. I mean, and I think also one of the coolest things about this is that it's solely on a 45 on vinyl. I mean, I couldn't find this on Spotify. I couldn't find this anywhere else. And it was literally just recording on YouTube of the guy dropping the needle in the groove, and then we spin round and round. It was pretty cool.
Now, Ronnie Dunn, his wife, is named Janine, which close somewhat to Jessie.
He likes the J's.
I think he said his ex is did you say Jenny? So that's, you know, it's kind of close, maybe, but might be a different gal. He married Janine in 1990. It says. Don't know when they started dating, but
1987. 1987.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow. That's when they started dating. Okay. So this song would have been before that. So mystery Jessie. You know, I wonder if this person knows that that's me. I'm the one that he wrote the song about.
Huh.
If you are out there, reach out to us. We would love to have you on the podcast, Jessie.
Oh yeah. That
just Jessie.
That would be something.
Yeah. Exactly. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah, not Ronnie.
You get to interview somebody, a on-the-spot interview with somebody who is the inspiration for one of these songs.
And has never heard of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
One thing when I was listening to this song, it mentioned the word smoky a lot, and that was how I kind of described one of his last songs. And this one actually says kind of smoky. It's like, kind of feels, you know, kind of walking into a kind of smoky bar, you know, back in the 80s, you know, they didn't have those cigarette smoking restrictions, you know, and the song is kind of like a bar, small town bar kind of love song with some kind of woman that you ran into at a bar, fell in love with. That's the kind of vibe that I get from this song.
Yeah. That definitely.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. What, you guys like the song?
Yeah. I definitely think that it follows. I mean, follows the same point that you just brought up. Kind of like not to quote Tyler Farr or nothing, but guy walks into a bar, orders a drink, sees a girl that catches his eye, and then that's then you have your song right there. I mean, I really liked it. Among all of the among my top Ronnie Dunn solo works, I think this is number 2.
This is one of my more favorite ones by the Ronnie Dunn singles. I think it's a good kind of drinking song too, because it's a simple kind of song, got a good tune, and just kind of it's kind of good to sing along to, that kind of song. Milan, any other thoughts on?
I'm just doing some
Jessie?
research right now. I'm trying to figure out some more things we can talk about this song. But as you guys have talked about before, it's not very easy to find online.
No,
I'm digging deep.
The lyrics, not online. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. That might wrap it up for this song.
So I have a little fun fact here about Brooks and Dunn while we're at it, if you guys want to hear it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Kix Brooks and Ronnie Dunn in 1995 bought a winery in Tennessee called the Twisted Grape Winery. It doesn't say where exactly it is. Oh, Nashville. And the vineyard is on the outskirts of Nashville on the countryside. And their most famous drink is Lasso Me Up, which is a sweet red wine. I just thought that would be kind of interesting to throw out there. Nice. Lasso Me Up.
I knew that Kix Brooks had the winery. I didn't know that Ronnie Dunn was
business partners
associated.
So maybe Kix Brooks owns it and Ronnie kind of helps out.
Yeah, he Kix actually the other day had I don't know if you guys saw, but he had a live stream. I think it was from the winery. He was just kind of talking about stuff, and then he played a song. I think he might have been Lost and Found. I can't really remember, but he must be big into the wine. Kix.
Like the whole aura, these last couple songs that we've done, I kind of miss the fact that, like, the whole like nostalgic nature of, you got your turntable and your set of 45s that you got, and then every time a new artist had a new single, you had to go to the record store and buy a disc, a 45 disc. Now, I was not, granted, I was born in 2000. I'm a millennial. So I don't really know what it's like not really to have digital or tapes, because the earliest, when I was younger, at least the earliest form that I remember getting anything was we had tape decks and we could put tapes, but then I remember the tail end of the tape era, and then we sort of got into CDs. But still, even now that I've a budding audiophile and record collector that I am, I generally wish that you could go and get more of this stuff. I should start collecting Brooks and Dunn's records. We'll hope they got some cheap deals on Amazon or something.
The tour dates I did find. So it looks like their first dates. So it was going to be in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Around this time.
Mm-hmm.
But the first date now is going to be in Cincinnati at the Riverbend Music Center on August 28th. So there you go. We might, one of these Ohio ones, they got one in Cincinnati and then one in Cuyahoga Falls that I'm going to be looking at.
That's awesome. So nice. What I found on here were some, so they're parody. You guys know what a parody song is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people have gone out on limbs and made parody names for My Maria by Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, really?
They here's a couple of the My Maria ones. My Marcia, Kill Maria, Cala Maria, like calamari. My Molly, My America. I have diarrhea. And then, let's see. Then there was the misheard lyrics thing. You know the song Only in America? So these are words. These are like lyrics that people honestly misheard, and they thought they were only in a vehicle, or only in a miracle. They thought they were saying only in a miracle.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I totally could see that.
Only in America. Yeah, I get that. So I had to do it over to. There was one thing I was gonna show. Hold on, it was up at the top. Another thing. If
Bless
you add one letter on a boot, scoot, and boogie, put a Y at the end of put a Y at the end of boot. It's booty, scoot, and boogie. Put an H. It's booth, scoot, and boogie. And then let me see, where was the other one? There was another one. I gotta find it. Here's a remove one letter from each song title. You know that song, That Man?
Yeah.
Take out the T. It's Hat Man.
Nice.
Let's find.
That's a good
yeah, right. If you take out the other G out of boogie and booscoon boogie, it's booscoon bogey. And
like playing golf,
right? We're golf now. This is not a country music podcast. But that's all I got. That's all I got for today.
All right.
That's good.
So that about wraps it up today for the Red Dirt Road podcast. We will see you guys next time for country music.
All right.